Once upon a time, in the land of paper, there were people not so unlike you and me. These were sexual people, and it seemed like sex was all around them. But no one was talking about it. Well, some people were talking about it, but not in a particularly helpful way.
That's not a conversation, that's just crazy.
In this land of paper, there were two women, Maggie and Rachel. They were feeling frustrated and confused about sex and sexuality and wanted to figure out how to talk about it. First, they looked to the government and politicians for advice.
They can't even say the word vagina.
They looked to schools and systems of education.
The schools are teaching things that aren't even accurate.
How about the media?
Those people do not look real.
Yeah, and I want to know about LGBTQ issues.
Good luck finding anything on that.
So, when it came to discussing personal issues like partner communication, understanding of one's body, and existing as a sexual being, forget about it. They decided to talk to some other women, and turns out these other women were experiencing similar issues.
If so many of us are struggling to find actual information about sex and sexuality, how are we supposed to have honest conversations about it or understand it for ourselves? Is that normal?
That's what's supposed to happen, right? I'm trying to understand. Something has to be done!
That's right. With the help of some self-actualization and a handful of glitter, poof, those two-dimensional paper ladies grew a three-dimensional life.
Hey, I just had a great idea. What if in our next piece we focus on female sexuality?
That would be incredible! A piece created and performed by the people who it affects most. Women!
We put a call out for women of all backgrounds and perspectives to make our piece as truthful as possible. Then we put a call out for a survey so we could gather the opinions from even more women. We were hoping for 500 people, but the survey caught on and over 2,000 people responded and shared their stories.
They even gave us the feedback that the voices of trans people needed to be included in the piece. So, we made sure our ensemble would also include trans perspectives.
Clearly, people do want to talk about sex and sexuality.
So we moved on to the next step. We collected lots of resources, analyzed the surveys, brainstormed ideas, and had intense conversations with our ensemble. Then we started to narrow down the information and create scenes based off of images, movements, quotes, and more. During each rehearsal, we refined and changed each scene until we finally had a solid script.
We're aiming to create a genuine performance about real stories, ideas, and opinions.
And eventually, we'd like to tour this piece to colleges to share it with young people so they can have a forum for the discussion.
So this can become a reality. Many of you have already helped us by donating your time to take our survey. And now, we have another request.
This piece means a lot to everyone involved, and we want to make sure that we do it justice.
This means that money's involved to ensure high-quality production values.
So here's what we need and why.
Number one, we're doing this project in New York City, which means space is a wee bit pricey. We need funds to pay for over 120 hours of rehearsal space and to give us a week's worth of performing and rehearsing in an actual theater.
Number two, the play needs sets and costumes and props. And with 18 women in multiple scenes, that's a lot.
Number three, we believe that theater should be accessible to everyone, so we plan to keep our ticket prices affordable. We also plan to give away free tickets to young people who could not otherwise attend. That's a lot.
But by donating, you can be a part of starting the dialogue that is so important in our world.